Friday the 27th of May, and we end the day about 18,500 crowns up. For the week, 156,000 Swedish kroners. So it's been quite a big week this week. And for the year, we're up 583,000 SEK. Right, so that works out at around 55,500 euro, or roughly just under 58,000, a touch under 58,000 US dollars. For the year, 35.34% up. Just a side note, I'm actually recording this outside, so you're gonna have to bear with me and put up with all probably the birds chirping and whatnot you hear in the background. For the week, up 8.4%, and if we compare that to the S&P 500, the index has gone up quite a big week this week, 6%, but for the year, still down 13.34%. And then to zoom through the different time frames, the month, the 3-month, and the trailing year, there is still that big disparity between the performance of the portfolio and the index. It's been a big week on the markets. We've had a rally up from the minus 20% that we ended Friday last week, and you'll see all the sectors have gone up. Financials, industrials, and technology has gone up 3.44%. So in the last month, all I've been doing is sort of just consuming vast amounts of audio books, and I'm going through the Warren Buffett selection of late. And it's in the essays of Warren Buffett, the annual shareholder letters he writes to Berkshire stakeholders. Again, just got to throw out a quick apology for the rooster crowing in the background. There's a lot going on around me at the moment. It's in one of the shareholder letters that he alludes to the great Wayne Gretzky and this quote. And the quote is, "Skate to where the puck is going and not to where it has been." And so there's a lot to take from that, because a lot of investors, they invest in a way where they're actually jumping on the next trend and the next hot stock or meme stock, and there's a lot of FOMO going on. And so effectively what's occurring is that you're running to where the ball is instead of running to where the ball is going. So sliding over to this heat map here of the S&P and the different industries, we see that if we go to year to date, obviously everything's been completely crushed, everything's in the red. We're looking here at the financials, and the big financials like JP Morgan and Bank of America have gotten crushed. So everything's not looking too good this year, but I mean, the NASDAQ and tech has just gotten absolutely crushed. Microsoft, Apple, and all these stocks that were flying higher last year. I mean, it's just, the market's just been, the sell-off has just been relentless. The one sole place of refuge has been in energies and utilities. So companies like Chevron and Exxon have surged. Back in 2021, when these stocks were out of favor, I was actually loading up my portfolio with such oil companies. A little bit before that, I owned 3 of the super majors: Chevron, Exxon, and Total Energies. So you see most of the buying happened here early part of January 2021. And it's actually that cluster of buying in these companies that have forced the portfolio to outperform this year compared to the index. And again, looking at Chevron, we see that a lot of the buys were early, middle of last year. And so to switch back over to the heat map and to have a look at the financial sector, in the last month, we see that the companies, individual companies in the sector, industry as a whole, is actually starting to go green. Goldman Sachs is up nearly 5%, Citigroup's up 8%, T. Rowe Price has gone flat. It's a holding that I have that's remained flat. JP Morgan's up 8%, Bank of America. This dog is driving me crazy, by the way. We've actually got to pull away from the analysis. I'm going to show you what the hell's going on. Like, have a look at this. This is crazy. There's cows and dogs getting loose, and there's a thunderstorm rolling in. Yeah, I mean, this is... And so, by the way, yeah, you're going to hear thunder trying to interrupt my recording here. I'm sitting up there trying to do this recording. So I'm probably going to get drowned out by this rain, this monsoonal raining coming through. But going back to the heat map and having a look at the 5-day, the weekly, and having a look at the weekly, you see that the financials are actually heavily in the green. As I said, JP Morgan's up nearly 12%, Bank of America 10%, Citigroup's up 7.78%. Hopefully you can hear me over this rain. I just don't want to record inside because it's stinking hot. Anyone who's ever lived in the tropics or around the equator knows how humid it can be during the rainy season. Right, so I'm going to try and wrap this up pretty quick because I can't record over this. But if you looked at prior videos, I explained what I was trying to buy, and specifically in financials and in banks, and I explained why I wanted to buy them in regards to the dividends and how they hold up during a stagflationary environment. So tying it all in, you've got to stay ahead of the market, ahead of the ball game. Generally, you do that by being contrarian. What everyone else is selling, dumping, that's what you try and buy. Well, that's what I'm buying. And what everyone else is into at the moment, and what everyone is running to, you stay away. So there is the option of selling out of these positions and taking some money off the table. But because I'm a long-term and primarily a dividend safety first investor, I won't be taking any money off the table. I'll be leaving these positions in and riding the wave out. But looking to add to more positions that are beaten up and downtrodden. So I'm going to leave it there for now because this rain is doing my head in, and most probably yours. So I'm just going to leave it there. And apologies for the bad quality of audio.